What is up, happy people? Listen, I am very behind on this episode. I am doing this episode late, late in the evening on Wednesday. I'm sorry. But guess what? Good things have been happening, and I had to, capitalize on the good things and celebrate the good things. But I'm going to talk about that more on Monday's episode. So, stay tuned. But for now, we're going to get into the news. It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. So, like I said, we're going to get into the articles. I found some good ones this week. Over the past few weeks, I've been struggling to find some articles, but I found some good stuff. All right, so this first article is talking about an Amazon fulfillment center in Oregon where a bunch of trainees were doing their training, and then one of the people in the fulfillment center died. They collapsed, and then someone saw the body, and they went over to a man to someone. And I only say someone because the person apparently didn't have the right credentials, and it was just a supervisor. It wasn't one of the higher ups. But the employee asked the supervisor to help with the chest compressions. And guess what? The supervisor, through their tears, said they wanted to help, and they knew that the person that was performing the chest compressions was getting tired. But they said it has to be management or someone from the safety team. And that just sounds crazy. And it says when the employee pushed back, the supervisor told them just turn around and not look and to get back to work. And it says eventually the paramedics made it, closed off the area, and that was that. But now people are anxious about going back to work. They saw a man die in a building in their employment where they work daily. And, you see something like that, you're not going to keep walking through that damn building. And then come to find out, there had been 2 complaints. It says at least 2 complaints over the past 5 years about heat. So this guy could have died of fucking heat stroke. And they said it happened because Amazon installed sound curtains designed to dampen the constant noise from machinery. So they were trying to fix one problem, but created another one. But somehow, the billions and millions and gajillions dollars that Amazon has, there's not a motherfucker thinking, hey, if we install thick-ass motherfucking curtains all up in this bitch, it won't increase the heat. I hope that the person who died, their family, gets some compensation. It shouldn't even come to that. They should be able to go to fucking work, come home safely, and live their life. But now they're not going to be able to do that. And that's a damn shame. And I hope something good comes out of this. Unfortunately, the person died, but I hope somehow something good could come out of this for the family. And, this person probably had kids and all that. But damn, man, somebody in the company should have been thinking about this. You're making millions. And the people who are, in charge of trying to figure out solutions are making millions. And they are not making the right calls. So maybe they should have some of that money taken away and put into other fucking places. But then it could just be a vicious cycle. You create another, another sector for this type of stuff, and then they just fuck around. So I don't know, man. It's just wild. It's just wild how this shit goes. I just hope something good comes from it. All right, so this article is coming out of Arkansas. This teacher was arrested for allegedly choking a student who called him bruh multiple times in a caught on camera classroom attack. So something was going on in the classroom. The students needed a computer. This teacher asks the student, "Hey, do you have a computer?" And what set him off was the student said, "Bruh, I don't have a computer." And then the teacher goes, "I'm not your bruh. I'm your sir." And the student said, "My bad, little bruh." And then the teacher grabbed the student and slammed him on the desk. This shit is fucking crazy. This is what is going on in the schools in different times. So, this is definitely not the only time this has happened. And I'm not saying with this teacher, I'm just saying all over at different schools. You don't think this is happening in fucking Kentucky or California or Maine or any fucking place like Florida. Like, this shit is happening everywhere. They just happen to get this shit on camera. And then it says the student stormed out of the classroom and the teacher was right behind him. Grabbed him by the neck, shoved him against the wall, and choked the fuck out of him. And again, the good thing is somebody got a video of this. Called the cops. "Hey, my teacher is a fucking lunatic. Get him out of here." And you know what's crazy about when I'm reading this article? Near the end of the article, it says although it still remains unclear if the violent educator is still employed. Listen, because they're saying it's an isolated incident. This sounds like that student was a piece of shit fucking with the teacher all the time. They were probably the class clown, thinking they were being funny, and the teacher just got tired of it. Look, I'm not agreeing with what the teacher did, but you've been in school and had that one student that would just fuck with the teacher. Guess what? They're not allowing themselves to be fucked with anymore. You're getting German suplex now. And it's crazy. But you can't be, power bombing and choke slamming fucking middle schoolers. And the sad part is nobody's teaching these kids respect. Respect goes a long way. And a teacher, again, who did this was 56 years old. He grew up in a time where if you didn't show respect, you got your ass whooped. And the thing now is you can't just go around whooping people's asses anymore. I've talked about this before. Like my grandparents would talk about if they fucked up in class, the teacher would whoop their ass, call the parent, and when the kid got home, or whoever got home, they had their ass whooped by the parent. Shit don't happen like that anymore. "Oh, I used to get cracked across the hand with the ruler." Yeah, they were doing that shit in the 60s and 70s. Now, teachers are going to jail. And I want to see what happened. There's going to be something else talking about this later on. But, dude, if the teacher's still there, you are a fucking risk. They got to go. They got to be on desk duty fucking across the other side of, across school, where no students go. That's how that's got to be. Definitely don't make them a detention teacher. they'd fucking kill somebody. In this article, I call Dinner Time because it's talking about the Correspondence Dinner shooting that happened last week. And look, this is another thing where personally it looks like it's just fabricated. It's all set up. This shit is staged. There's no way. There's been 3 shooting attempts and none of them have been successful. And I saw the video of when they were, evacuating people. Tell me why they grabbed up the vice president before they grabbed up the president. If you don't believe me, go look at the fucking videos. They hurried Vance out of there 8 to 10 seconds before they scooped up Uncle Donnie. That's why I'm saying, look, this is bullshit. This is all staged. All of this shit is intertwined. This is that sneaky shit that's been going on for the past few years now. Like, I just don't get it. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. And then what they're also saying is, I saw a video somewhere, I think it was TikTok, where the guy was like, look, Oswald shot Kennedy from, over 200 yards away and in a moving vehicle with a person next to him, and he still hit the mark. And I'm like, yeah, because that was real. This shit is fake. Because if you're going to be able to get that close, you're going to, you're that close to actually shoot. And if you've been, training to shoot, you're in your backyard in some fucking hick town and you're just fucking shooting at cans and you've shot 10 out of 10 and then, now you got stage fright? Like, what the fuck? Come on. Come on, man. Like, this all just sounds crazy. And like, they're just doing too much. Oh, this guy was angry and he wrote a letter to the administration and the officials. Oh, I'm upset. Dude, listen, this is a fucking setup. This is a shitty setup to make Uncle Donnie look like a fucking superhero so people love him. They fucking don't. And it is wild. It is wild. Instead of worrying about the real fucking things that are going on in the United States, they're like, all right, how can we make this guy look like a absolute god? And then someone goes, I know what to do. We'll do a few assassination attempts that will all fail. And then these are all troubled people. And then somehow they're just resourceful enough to get past any security detail. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what? This sounds like a fucking 80s movie. Like fucking Lethal Weapon 6. And then the second article talking about this says, Secret Service agent shot during Trump assassination attempt may have been hit by friendly fire. And the article says, authorities said that an agent confronting the suspect fired 5 rounds as Allen advanced. This heroic officer who was hit fired 5 times at Allen, who was not shot but fell to the ground and was promptly arrested. So you're telling me a motherfucking Secret Service agent shot 5 fucking rounds and none of them hit their target? Are you fucking kidding me? What in the Star Wars Stormtrooper bullshit is happening? This is what I'm talking about. And then apparently, one of the Secret Service agents got shot. Come on. Come on. Quit fucking with us. Like, we're not idiots. We know something's going on. This is just getting out of control. This is just, it's like one of those made for TV after school movies where they're just trying too fucking hard. All right, I'm going to keep moving on because this is going to just piss me the fuck off. And this one says, Michael Jordan was once again involved in another bizarre incident as he celebrated his NASCAR team's latest victory. And I saw the video and I thought this was AI because the AI is getting really good. But Jordan is congratulating his driver and he's like standing behind him off to his right side. And Jordan has his right hand wrapped around the son of a bitch's neck. And he's whispering something in the driver's ear. And it's not a good look. I don't care how you want to spin this. From the video, it looks like he's fucking threatening him. He's like, look, I will fucking choke you out right here on camera if you pull a stunt like that again in the 17th fucking round. Whatever they are. The 17th bend. I don't know what NASCAR terminology it is. I don't give a fuck about NASCAR. But it looks like Jordan is going to choke him the fuck out on national television and then act like nothing happened. Check it out. Check it out. That's all I'm saying. He's already had that weird incident with the dude with the one dude's kid. And now look. I don't know. They need to get that motherfucker off TV. He's done. He's old. He's played his basketball. Time for you to sit the fuck down and just be in the background. Now I'm just going to keep looking out on the news for the third thing that Michael Jordan's going to do that's going to be fucking weird and inappropriate. So get ready. Keep your eyes peeled. Because I'm telling you, if my boss put their hands around my neck like that, dude, let me tell you how this is going to fucking go. Only one way. Dick punch. We're not going to play that game. And then once you're on the ground, I'm going to gouge your fucking eyes out. Like, what? You ain't putting your hands around my neck. Bitch, please. So, you know, I've always been real leery of Russell Brand. I didn't think he was funny. I didn't think he was a great actor. You know, there was just something, I couldn't put my finger on it, but I knew he was just a shady human being. And then there's all these, you know, sexual cases against him and allegations and all that. And now, for some fucking reason, this guy has went on and did an interview, and he revealed that he slept with a 16-year-old during his days of promiscuity. And then he attempted to defend the morality of his actions by saying he was not wrong because he was in the UK, and in the UK, 16 is the age of consent. I don't even know why you would even say that out fucking loud. This motherfucker has court dates all the time. And I'm telling you, they need to fucking put him somewhere. No, like, I just don't fucking stand it. And for the fact that he doesn't see anything wrong, lock him up. Lock him up. That's what I'm saying. Beat his ass. Kick him in the balls. I don't know. Do something. But fuck, man. All right, I'm gonna keep moving on. I'm not trying to talk about this shit. Oh yeah, and you know, But before I do, he was also 30 at the time. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, check this out. An Ohio flower shop owner has deleted his social media pages after a video of him hurling insults and using racial slurs towards an Uber driver went viral. So the woman was delivering flowers to this place, and the instructions said just to leave the flowers. And then apparently under those instructions said, get a signature. Well, the guy didn't want to sign for him. And I guess he was having a bad fucking day. And he called this woman all kinds of fucking names. Called her the N-word. Called her a cunt. And she had her son in the car, but she was in the store. And, the son didn't really speak up or say anything until he noticed that the guy was yelling at his mom outside of the store. And then he started to speak up. Listen to me. Listen. I would have probably, I don't even know. I don't want to say that. I don't even know what I would have done, but you're not talking to my mother like that. That's the type of person, that guy from that store, never got his ass beat and thought he was the big man and just yelled at people to get them to do stuff. He never got punched in the fucking face. You can tell the people who have never gotten to physical altercations. Like, this guy never got his shit rocked before. Because you wouldn't be talking to people like that if you've been fucking hit in the jaw. Ever. And so now people have seen this video. They don't want to go to his store. And then he's trying to apologize. And it says here, he's like, hey, I have many friends of color. First of all, whoever's saying it like that, you're already fucking racist. I have many friends of color. What? Oh yeah, you're just trying to, fix what you fucked up. If you were gonna just say anything, I got a lot of black friends. I could deal with that. I've got many friends of color. I don't know what happened to me. I'm not racist. I was just having a bad day. It came across as racist, and I apologize. Dude, no. This guy said what he said, and I hope his fucking business goes belly up. I hope nobody goes in there ever again. Fuck you, because the way you treat people who have jobs that you feel are lesser than what you're doing, because the guy also said, that's why you work for Uber, bitch. And the woman stayed calm up until a point. And, everybody has a breaking point. And then the woman called his mother a whore. And that's when he just completely lost it. But he had been bad-mouthing this woman, at least a minute up to her saying, wait, your mother's a whore. I get it. I would have said the same thing. I'd have probably said some worse shit that I'm not even going to say on here. And this is mine to say whatever the fuck I want. But I'm not even going to say that shit on here. So, yeah. That's wild. I hope the store is closed already. Hope nobody goes there. Hope everybody sees what kind of piece of shit this guy is and just never supports him ever again. Because there was no reason for that. All right, so here's another article of another shitty human being. This father in Oklahoma, he's going to prison for causing a rollover crash while driving with his wife and 3 kids, ejecting his 16-year-old daughter from the vehicle, and then he fled on foot, leaving the child to die with her mom and siblings. And I'm also going to note that this happened in 2024, but when shit happens in court, it takes time to get to filter through the court system and shit to start taking effect. But it said that he took a big gulp of vodka just before the collision. He was charged, this is on Friday, he was charged with first-degree manslaughter, child neglect, and leaving the scene of a fatal accident, and transporting an open container. This is some wild shit. And it says, in exchange for his plea, prosecutors dropped an additional count of reckless driving. What the fuck? Keep that shit on there. What do you, oh, hey, we're going to work some things out so you don't get reckless driving. No, add that on there and find some other shit to fucking add. Holy shit, man. This is just wild. This is the world we live in right now. I could never work in a courtroom. I don't want to say I could never be a judge, but I would listen. You fuck up, you fucked up. You come into my courtroom? Oh, yeah. You speak out of line, I'm telling you, you're gone. Bailiff, take that motherfucker out right now, or we're going to electrocute him in front of everybody. Get him the fuck out. I believe in having different versions of yourself out there in life, where if you took this route in life, boom. You took this route in life, boom. You took this route in life, boom. Okay? I did 3 different booms, different inflections with them, signifying different directions. But there is a direction out there where Chuck is a judge, a no-nonsense motherfucking judge, handing out viciousness to motherfucking cocksuckers. It's crazy. That's what we're living in. A world where people can get deals to serve less time after killing their own familiar. Nobody. We're going to drop you in the middle of the fucking ocean. So all I can say is be safe out there, because there are motherfuckers all around. Okay? Please, be safe. Love yourself, love somebody else. That's all I can say. But for now, I think Chuck's getting out of here. I think I'm going to cut this. I wasn't going to say cut this short. This is almost half an hour. I just got to get this episode out. So I'm behind, but it's for good reason. And you check in on Monday, you'll know what the fuck is going on. All right, let's hit that music. Don't forget, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable. Twitter @CasuallyUnChuck. Let your friends know. All right, I'll see you Monday. Don't forget, tune in, baby. Tune in. All right, have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, have fun, and don't be a piece of shit. Peace.